It's BB. Are we focused? This is a walkthrough. This is a first impressions and walkthrough. This is the Age of Aquarius Tarot. It says an evolution of the collective consciousness. And you may be looking at this and thinking, BB, this does not look like you. This does not look like your style. And I would agree and disagree at the same time. The whole starseed philosophy, movement, etc., isn't really my style. And usually these very heavily like digital collage art style decks are not usually my style. But I'm very much drawn to water and the ocean, and it's been really difficult to find decks within like the myriad of aesthetics that I like or am interested in. And I guess myriad implies that there are a lot, and I feel like there are a lot of styles I love, but I don't always see them. I don't know, they're not the most popular things for tarot decks. Okay, that being said, I think there are going to be a lot of cards in this deck that I love and a lot of cards that I'm not so keen on. So I am going to do a yes, no, maybe, but let's just get into the deck and see what it's about. It really, really does intrigue me. There is a suit that I'll show you later, and it's, instead of the pentacles, it's the pearls, and that just had me sold. I was like, okay, I need to figure out what this is about. I purchased this on Etsy, and I will link it below. Okay, so let's start with the box. It's heavy, it's hefty. It's written and illustrated by Yana St. Levy. I think it's Levy. Yes, because I think her LLC name is like a play on the word levitate. Really beautiful, hollow embossing. Really beautiful, like astral, cosmic lining to the box. It's magnetic. I believe this is called a clam box. A pretty, I don't know what you call this, bottom lining. It does say some stuff on the back, so let's see. Yeah, levitate is the www.levitate.com. The Age of Aquarius Tarot, an 88 card deck. Oh yeah, it has some extra cards, and we'll take a look at those. Yeah, the 10 card Universal Arcana. Okay, 88 card deck and guidebook incorporating the new 10 card, okay, blah, blah, blah. The major and minor Arcana cards for those who are interested in a more traditional experience, which I am. Have you felt a pull to build a stronger relationship with your higher self, or a calling to commune with spirits or astral realms? See, this is the kind of stuff that I'm not it's just not a part of my tarot practice, but it is cool that like I respect it, you know, and that it's there and that people do that. I think it's awesome. It's not kind of a part of myself that I've like tapped into. Mindful daily rituals. I did take a look through the book, and it's really comprehensive. So we will not read a ton of the book because there's a lot there, but I will show you kind of what topics are discussed. The deck was mindfully cultivated by Yana St. Levy, an author, illustrator, and designer who makes it her mission to bring knowledge and beauty to all aspects of life. The Age of Aquarius Tarot artworks are loosely based on the original Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot deck, with a twist of her own signature artistry. Bring beauty back to your life by adding the Age of Aquarius Tarot to your daily ritual. Okay. The backs are like, I mean, dolphins are really beautiful and majestic, but I don't know if I dig this back. I mean, I think it's tasteful. It's just not really my thing. Okay, let's look at the book. Absolutely gorgeous. The ocean stuff is really part of the stuff that like gets me. Honestly, it's not even part. It's the part that like really catches my eye and like captures my imagination rather than the cosmic stuff. But there is some cosmic stuff in here that I really, really enjoy visually. Really like the font. It's a full color book. Really beautiful. I think it does have, oh yeah, a table of contents. So it has a thank you page, introduction. It talks about the Age of Aquarius, which is great. Maybe I'll read a little bit of that. The Awakening, a history of tarot, the cards, astrology and tarot, which I think is really cool. Divination and tarot, working with the moon, working with crystals. These are great additions. Like, this really sets you up to have a really well-rounded practice and, you know, be able to maybe learn new things or dive deeper into things you're interested in. It does have the Universal Arcana, which is the arcana that she created. And I will go through each of the cards in the flip through. And then the major and the minor. So it's swords, wands, cups, and pearls. It ends with a word glossary, a crystal glossary, a chakra glossary about the author, and a thank you. Just all a very cool stuff. Oh, how pretty is that? Like abalone. So every 2,160 years, the Earth shifts counterclockwise into the next astrological sign. Starting in 1 AD, for the last 2,160 years, we have been in the age of Pisces. And I personally know that that is kind of contested, that we don't actually, I don't know, I've read that we don't actually know when Pisces, the age of Pisces started. So we don't really know when or if like the age of Aquarius has started, but it has been on the precipice for a long time. I'm sorry, I cleaned out my filter in my dryer and now like the bottom of my nails is like, they're like dusty. Okay, wait, gross. I'm gonna rinse off. I'm gonna rinse my fingernails off. Okay, I feel better. Okay, look it up. I think I read about it in the only astrology book you'll ever need, but okay. Pisces, depicted by two fish in astrology, is represented by the mantra of I believe, which correlates with the development of spirituality and organized religion over the past 2,000 years. Subsequently, these dates coincide with the story of Jesus Christ, who is symbolically represented by the fish. One of Jesus's most well-known stories in the Bible is the feeding of multitude, 5,000, with only 5 loaves of bread and 2 small fish. The 2 fish symbolically signify the astrological sign of Pisces. Pisces, represented by the element of water, rules the subconscious mind. Our deepest thoughts, values, and belief systems live in the subconscious. As we move from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius, we move into the mantra of I know, which is said to be a catalyst ushering in the idea of, Christ consciousness, unity consciousness, or group think. The age of Aquarius is said to be a time when significant technological advances are to be made and communication between people, humanity, will be accessible. The sign of Aquarius is depicted by a woman pouring water from a vessel. However, Aquarius itself is represented by the element of air. The essence of water is still present. We can conclude that though we are moving into a new age, we are bringing the most essential parts of what we learned over the last 2,000 years into the future. Over our psychological, emotional, and behavioral development history as a human species, we have come to the point where we have a decision to make. Do we perpetuate old systems of control, or do we elevate into the understanding that we are all one, and when united as one, that is when real change can happen? The sign of Aquarius is the sign which represents innovative ideas that will change the world. I believe the age of Aquarius is the most crucial time in our history because it is a chance for us to abolish all of the systems that restrict us from reaching our divine potential. We live in a delicate era where old belief systems and ways of controlling the masses are losing their battle. Okay, I love this. Like, I completely agree with this, and I love astrology, so this is really doing something for me. She's doing the work. We realize that we can live by the teachings of Christ consciousness without the rigid systems of control surrounding it. Spirituality and a connection with higher consciousness, or whatever you'd like to label it, cannot be given, taken, absolved of, criticized, or judged by man. The more we can communicate and awaken to this divine awareness, the less control opposing forces have over us. I don't know if like that wording is the way that I would describe. Like, I'm more about like collective consciousness and like higher energy, and that's kind of the same thing that she's saying here, but I don't know, like divine is more scientific to me than it is like religious. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'm not going to go through this because that was a lot, and for some reason my reading skills are not what they used to be as far as like getting the words out. So then we have the awakening, and I'm sure it talks about like the transition into this time of Aquarius, which is really interesting, and I will definitely have to read the history and evolution. And then, yeah, it goes through what the cards are, and then astrology. And I love this. It tells you like a little quick reference for the houses and what sign and planet are associated with each house, and then a little bit more as far as keywords and like realms that houses rule. For example, the 9th house rules education, spirituality, media relations, travel, and philosophy. And then if we look at the 9th house on this side, it's just telling you the 9th house is ruled by Jupiter and associated with Sagittarius, and the motto is I see, and it has to do with philosophy and luck. Very cool. Oh my gosh. A deeper look into the planets. So let's look at Jupiter, since that was the ruler, right? Yes, of the 9th house. King, Emperor energy, knowledge and wisdom, honor and valor, optimistic, abundant and generous, and expansive. Oh, cool. And then it talks about degrees. So you could be, I think I'm a 10th degree Gemini. So it's considered the integration of pivotal lessons for my sun sign. And then I don't remember what degree I am for my moon. But say your moon is like a 23 degree, considered mastery of lessons. And then say your Mercury, the way you communicate and like your intelligence is a 7th degree. It's considered the formative years of development. So cool. Oh, awesome. Don't mind my dryer beeping. I should probably go turn it off. So it'll tell you, so for example, my sun is in the 11th house and it's the 10th degree. So it has to do with hopes. That's like the area of my life that my sun like most affects, right? And then it talks about divination, working with the tarot, attunement, shuffling and dealing cards. Very cool. Like I said, working with the moon, working with crystal. This is such a good book. Okay, so let's look at the Universal Arcana before we do our little flip through. I have stuff on here, I'm sorry. This is the thank you card. I'm going to skip reading that. This is an extra card, which is cool. Very different from the rest of the deck. Okay, so the first is Universal Laws. Karma, Dharma, the rule of 3, as above, so below. I think, yeah, all of the cards have keywords on them. And then like the regular tarot cards have upright and reversal keywords, which is really interesting. If that bothers you, this is probably very easy to trim. So this is cool. I like this. Multi-dimensional. I don't know what this tiger is doing under the ocean. There's also like a creepy ghost person right there, which I don't really like. And yeah, it's really not that dynamic to me. I do like the shell, and I love a tiger. I'm a tiger when for the Chinese zodiac, I'm a tiger. But I don't know, it feels kind of off-putting. So we're gonna put that one over here. Cosmic Children. This one I can get along with, like, okay, that's the description. Cosmic Children Volunteer. Galactic Souls is the name of the card. Raising the vibration of the collective. So I don't love these hooded figures, but I do like this center figure, and we know I love a good star. And I do like this background, so we're gonna do this one in the middle. And I'm just doing this setup for these extra cards, and then we'll get into the walkthrough, and I'm gonna do a yes, no, maybe, because I just have to. I love this card. I think it's so beautiful. It's called The Event Horizon. It's about shadow work and inner illumination and the reformation of thoughts. So this is going in my yes pile. I also like this because it says contact and it reminds me of Stargate. Yeah, and it kind of reminds me of like the Never-Ending Story too. 3D contact, interdimensional beings, light wave activation, cosmic downloads. I actually have a friend who was meditating with her sister and her sister's boyfriend at the time, and they all three, or maybe just two of them, either heard her sister or all three of them saw the same alien in their meditation, which was like so wild. Like they could all describe the same thing afterwards. It was really interesting. That was like the first time I ever considered that possible. Not that aliens could exist, but like that people could have contact with them through meditation. It's not something I've ever done, but this card really intrigues me. I'm gonna put it in the yes. Collective consciousness, coming together, using your voice, standing strong in the face of adversity. I like all the eyes. It reminds me of like biblical angels, but the color scheme, it's okay. Let's put it in a maybe. I'm not like upset about it. I'm not upset about this one either. It's just like, I don't know. It's off-putting, like tiger in the ocean. I don't know. I do like this, even though it's not usually my vibes either. Blueprint, the creation of something new, never before seen. Divine guidance to follow your heart. I'm gonna put that in the maybes. I'm not like in love with it, but I do like it. The Alchemist, divine transformation, a visionary, transmutation of energy. I love the dolphins. I don't really like anything else, so that's gonna go in the no. Age of Aquarius, the awakening, ascension, introspection, evolution. Another thing that kind of reminds me of, what's it called? The Never-Ending Story. Like the childlike Empress's Tower. But this section, it's not really doing anything for me. This washed out grayish blue white color scheme too, like isn't always, that's like the whole deck. Wait, hear me out. I don't know. Like there's just something, there are certain cards that I like vibe with. Okay, I'm not gonna put it in the no, I'm gonna put it in the maybe, okay? Okay. Okay, so then we're at the Fool. So let's get rid of these because this is a whole like different story, and we'll just do a true yes, no, maybe. I'm gonna put some music over here, and if I have things to say, I'll have things to say, okay? I feel like I have to put it in the maybe because there's a mermaid, but like, that's like the only part about it. These are really similar. No? I do like it though. I feel like the Fool, the High Priestess, and the Empress all have like too similar of a vibe, but I'm putting them in the yes because I do really like them. Should we zoom in? Oh, the energy is chaotic, but we dig it, we dig it. I love the age representation, but do I like that better than that? No. Ah, this is so hard. Okay. I feel like I have to put it here because like it is a really powerful image. I do like the white and gold, and I really love the age representation. Yeah, I like that one too. Okay. I like the vintage vibe of this. This makes sense to me that they're in the water. They're not under the ocean. They're like in a river or something where tigers go. I'm still gonna put it in the middle though. I love all the green. No, I'm gonna put it here. No, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so conflicted. This is a no. I don't like it. It looks like this is the same woman. I do like this. It almost looks like an illustration. I love this death card. I think it's great. Like, what's with the dolphins? I do like the color scheme. I feel like I have found a new favorite double. I think this is so stunning. So stunning. I also love this tower because it like fulfills all my Little Mermaid dreams. I wish it wasn't so like gray. The star has two cups and then like, I don't know, that's kind of confusing. But I like it. The moon, that one's cute. The sun. Miss me with these like pastel rainbow. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that. Judgment. Yeah, I like this one. Talk about biblical angels with like the eye and like all the wings. I do like this. Ooh, I got two. I do like this world card. Yeah, good ace of swords. Two of swords. Don't love it, don't love it. Three of swords. I like this. Beautiful. Four of swords. This feels like a different deck. but I like it, so I don't know. It's gonna go in the middle. Like that. This one's okay. Is there a rhyme or reason? No. I'm just going with what feels right. There's a snake under here. I like this one. This just looks like somebody's Instagram photo, so that's gonna be a no. I don't know, I'm not into those. This one I like. This one's very sweet, I like that. I'm sorry, I'm not saying the titles of these cards, but now I'm too far in, so. This is not a listening video, this is a watching video anyway. You should be looking at these cards like me. I don't know. I love horses, but I'm not into that either. Queen of Swords. It's interesting because on like one of the discords that I'm in, I posed a question because I like realized that I'm really into the sword suit usually and the cup suit. But in this deck, I really like the pentacles. I do like that. I do like this too. This is fun. Like, why is there an earth behind the earth? I don't. The women are beautiful, but like, I don't get it. This one makes sense. This one I can see. This one's cool. This one is very similar to the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith. I love this. I love when they go dark. This one I can see as well. It's almost like baptism. Yeah, I can see this one. This one's pretty. This is where dolphins make sense to me. Nine of Wands. I guess it makes more sense once I read the keywords that she's chosen, but I don't love that image. I do very much like this one. This is cute, I like this too. But like the green, I love the green, but like they don't feel as integrated into the deck. I would love it like if it was like blue, green, and black and white, and like it was kind of more integrated, and it wasn't just like, oh, 3 cards in the deck are green, you know, or 5 cards in the deck are black, which unless like you're doing that for drama, but like what about the Page of Wands is like the most dramatic, you know what I mean? No, that's a no. This is also a no. I love me an orca. I like that, that's pretty. Okay, so these 2 suits I think were my favorite suits. Let's see how many go in the yes pile. So the Ace of Cups is a yes. 2 of Cups, I'm not mad at it. 3 of Cups I do like. It's one of those like photography images that I like more for some reason. I don't know why. 4 of Cups. Yeah, I like it. 5 of Cups. I'm like, now I have to stop. I like stop saying it because it doesn't make sense. This is really sweet. I do like this. I feel like there's a horse in the background or something. It's weird, these like ghost images in the background kind of like freak me out. I don't know how I feel about them. It's sweet. I love this one. Love that. Yeah, I really dig this one too. Love this one. I love the deeper, darker colors. Yes, that makes sense to me. This makes sense. This is so sweet. This is very fantasy. Whenever it gets earthy, and then like, I don't know, yeah, when it gets earthy, it doesn't, I don't understand its place in the deck, you know? This one's cool. Whoops. Love that. Love, love, love. All right, and finally, the famed pearls. Yes. I dig this too. I wish it was two different people and not like the same image flipped, but I do like it. Yeah. Yeah. Really pretty. And this is where it kind of loses me. We're gonna say no. Yeah, I like this one. I don't really, I mean, it's really pretty. I'm gonna put it in the maybe. I don't love it. Really hate this. Oh man. What do these bunnies have to do with the page of pro? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I love this. Majestic. I love that. I like the deeper colors and I do like the pearl necklace, but I like this one too. I like this one too. Okay. I'm happy to say, I mean, maybe I was being generous, but a majority, I think, are loves or likes or yeses. A little bit less are neutrals or maybes. Yeah, about half. So that means, I mean, it's the least amount are no's. I'd say, so maybe a third of, no, this is like half. This is like half of this. So this has to be more than half of this. I don't know. I can't do fractions right now, but I'm happy with this. Let's do a little shuffle. We have along the same lines of the embossing, we have hollow edges, which are really pretty. The cards feel very stiff, to be honest. Definitely a core in there. Oh yeah, really stiff. I cannot riffle them. Nope, I can't. They feel like oracle size. right? Yeah, it looks like an oracle, honestly. When I first opened it and I saw the extra, like the universal arcana that the creator made, I was like, is this an oracle or a tarot? I thought I bought a tarot. Let's pull a few cards. I think what I'll do too is I'll make a little flip through, maybe in my shorts or something. In case you don't want to see the full walkthrough. That was 2 cards, so I'm going to put those back. I want only 1 more. I really can't wait to work with this. I think it's going to be really exciting. 1 more card, please. Oh, there we go. Okay. 7 of Wands, Queen of Pearls, 8 of Pearls. So essentially 7 of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. Conviction, competition, protection, eternal energy, balanced purveyor, mastery, resourcefulness, gifted. Okay, let's see what it says in the book. 7 of Wands, faith and standing your ground. Sign is Leo. It's my rising sign. We're also in the sign of Leo right now. The house is the 5th house. The planet is Mars. Timing is spring or days. Upright, conviction, competition, protection. We're not doing reversed right now. Introspection. Am I deserving of the success and achievements I desire? Obviously, yes. What kind of question is that? I stand in my strength and knowing that what is meant for me will always be mine. Planning ahead for potential obstacles, holding your ground, standing strong against storms formed against you, establishing boundaries to defend and protect your accomplishments. The shadow, exhaustion from constantly defending oneself, compromising your true feelings to satisfy the egos of others, allowing opposing energies to overpower your mental and physical efforts. Ooh, kind of relatable. Okay, Queen of Pearls. Influence and abundance, Taurus, 2nd house, Venus. Maternal energy, balanced purveyor. Am I brave enough to nurture and cultivate the life I've always dreamed? I embrace my ability to manifest abundance within my life. Divine independence, the embodiment of stability and balance. The ability to manage multiple aspects of one's life into divine flow. Yes, this is so like the mood right now. Okay, yeah, I like that. But the shadow side too is like lack of emotional and financial support, the inability to cultivate partnerships that could help support you on your journey. That's real. Okay, and lastly is the 8 of Pearls. Change and patience, Virgo, 6th house, Sun. Mastery, resourceful, gifted. Am I ready to dedicate my life to this new creative venture? Yes, I am. I am determined, dedicated, and devoted to seeing my deep passion manifest. The persistent pursuit to achieve your desires. Preparing yourself physically, mentally, and spiritually for the journey ahead. The devotion of time and effort to master your skills. The lack of ability to adapt. Too much focus on work and becoming neglectful of important partnerships. A delay in action due to much focus on perfection rather than implementation of skills. Okay, yes, okay, I think this is a vibe. That actually made sense and was like relevant to my life right now, which is really cool. Let's see if I can find any pairings for this deck. Okay, welcome to a portion of the show we like to call Will It Pair? Also, if you're enjoying this video or if you enjoy my content, if you could give me a like and a subscribe and maybe comment, That would be wonderful. It would really help me out. The first deck that I am going to try to pair with this is the Abyssal Tarot. It looks like this. So this is kind of the dark little sister, or maybe big sister, to this deck. So let's see if their energies kind of can chill together. So we've got a lot more saturation, a lot more color variation. I don't know. What do you all think? It's kind of a lot. I'm not sure. Okay, the jury's out on this one. Let's try the next. So the next deck I have is, I keep showing you upside down, the Rosebud Tarot. It's always so exciting because you're like, oh, is this one gonna be it? Like, is this gonna be a hit? Is this gonna give me that like dopamine that I so want? I think this could go potentially really well. I think it's like a card by card basis. Do you see how the Rosebud Tarot has some consistency throughout all of the cards, right? As far as color scheme. And then the Age of Aquarius Tarot does not necessarily have that. So like this card could work, but this one feels too like in another realm. It takes you out of it. And that's probably on me because like I'm choosing a deck that is very rooted in reality and history, whereas this deck is rooted in more the spiritual realm, if you will, you know? So I'm gonna say probably not to this one, even though some pairings individually of the cards might be kind of magical. Let's do the one that is supposed to be a sure thing, right? The She-Wolf. And I say supposed to, saying like says no one, but me, I'm saying it. All right, hit me. What do we have? Okay. Okay. We have a very cool deck next to kind of a warm deck. I don't know. I don't know if I pulled any black and white decks, but I feel like that's where like the sweet spot of this is going to lie. Maybe I'll do another short or more brief video with kind of more neutral decks, because I don't know if these color decks are really going to hit the spot, you know? Okay, I have one that's a little on the nose because it's the Celestial Tarot. It has a lot of astrology, just like the Age of Aquarius, and it is also blue. So this might be a slam dunk and it might not. Even the blue on the borders is like too warm. No, like neither of these decks are truly in their power next to each other. I'm not even gonna keep going. That's not hitting it for me. And those are some of my favorite cards in the Age of Aquarius Tarot. So that's okay. We can go to black and white. Like, I love black and white. Like I said, maybe I didn't pull any black and white for this video, but we still have chances. I have other decks. So just hold out with me, okay? Okay, this is a cool tone deck too. So maybe this will work, and it has hollow. I think that could be, that's something. I think that's something. That is nice. That is pleasing. The cream background obviously is a little bit warm, but I don't know. It's so, like, these earth, you know, moments. Like, this is good, but when it comes to, like, where will we have, like, earthy, gardeny, and then the ocean? I don't know. What do you think? Okay, let's do one more. Meh. Meh. That's what I say. I say meh. I think we need like white. I keep thinking I want to punch it up with color, you know? And it's not really paying off. Oh, I didn't say what the last deck was. That was the Ethereal Visions Luna edition. Sorry, I got ahead of myself. Okay, what do we think of this? Well, obviously the rose is gonna look like it fits because this is the Lioness Oracle Tarot, and it has tons of roses. I can dig this. I mean, I know they're very opposite, but they still have like the cosmic vibe going on, which I think helps. Okay, one more. Yeah, I don't hate that. I don't love it. I hate being neutral about things. Okay, this one's really interesting, and I really would love to get your opinion on it. It is an oracle, and it's the Zodiac by Amber Carr. This was like a limited edition. I don't believe it's still in print, but for the sake of finding a good buddy, as Catamancy would say, like a good friend, I know that this Zodiac deck has a lot of gold, which may be a little off-putting, but I do like the contrast. Oh yeah, and then it has like houses and moons. It doesn't feel like a crime, okay? I don't know, have I lost my touch? Okay, what about this next one? Let's see, what if we do 2 of these? And Kim Cran's The Wild Unknown Archetypes. Okay, ready? I mean, yeah. But I think that's just a testament to like Kim Cran's, because this art really lends itself to a lot of different styles. I mean, it's definitely different. And some of them work better than others. Like this, obviously. Oh, also there is a description about this card in the book. So you can use this card as an extra card in the deck. I think it's called like something Eye of Fate. Okay, I have one more deck that probably won't work, but like I said, stay tuned for the short I make with like a bunch of maybe black and white decks. I didn't want to be so predictable because it's like, of course the black and white deck is going to work, you know, but like maybe that's what we have to lean into here, because this is practically a monochromatic deck, you know. Okay, so the last deck that I pulled was the Heroine Tarot. Yeah, I think this could work. Because of the soft colors. Like even if they have bright colors, oh look at, like it's all kind of, there's black and white and orange. It feels soft enough that it can work, you know? That's cute. What about these really washed out? Yeah, I think, wow. How does that happen? Like there's just enough black and white in this deck that makes it not offend the Age of Aquarius tarot? I don't know. It really needed that really cool background, you know? Like the warm colors, the warm neutrals were not doing it. Yeah, I like this. Cool. Okay, so have you seen the Age of Aquarius tarot? What do you think of it? Do you like it? Is it up your alley? If you own it, what kind of reader is it? Because even, you know, despite it being really different for me, I just was so immediately pulled to it. I think it's like, it was definitely the pearls, and then all of the deep dark blues really just grabbed me, you know? I really do think it's really beautiful. Just some of these look like photo shoots that you pay someone to go do, you know? Not that one, I like that one. But some of them felt like family photo shoots where they're beautiful images, but I'm like, I don't know who that is. Like, what do I care about that person? I've heard a lot about like the fantasy element, and like if it looks too realistic in this fantasy realm, you've lost me, right? There are certain photography decks that look really realistic, and I'm thinking maybe the Witch's Tarot, the Tarot of Invisible Light, or even say Abyssal, right? Where you have real people photography, but they're actually underwater. I mean, this is very theatrical. It's kind of in a category of its own. I really, really love this deck. But when you do something like this and you take an image and then you make everything photorealistic and you make it like a fantasy, but the person looks like a person, I don't know where to go from there. Like this looks like a person that I could know, and then they're in this, like, it takes me out of it. It feels unrealistic. I don't know. Let me know if you catch my drift, if you know where I'm going. Maybe I'm not articulating myself well. It's a beautiful image. I understand what it's going for in the Two of Wands. I totally get it. But it's not my fave. Maybe like this one, because it seems more like less, okay, so it seems less portraity and more about the ambiance and the feeling of the card. This I can appreciate more. Does that make sense? This feels more artistic. This feels more, I want to say editorial, but it's like not even editorial. It feels like, yeah, I mean, maybe it is editorial, but then it has all this like extra fantasy layers of digital imaging in the back, and it's not a vibe. If this woman and this image was a straight up picture of a woman on a beach, and that was the vibe and like the theme, the visual theme of the deck, I would be down for that too. You know, like make it realistic or not, but like the in the middle thing just doesn't work for me. Does that make sense? This one works because it feels like 100% fantasy. Okay, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I want to thank you for being here. Thanks for being curious. Thanks for being my friend. Oh, see, this is it. This is like, this feels like just a straight up image, even though the proportions seem off, because she seems like she's right on the shore, but she's like knee deep because these waves are way too small. So it's like obvious, like she needs to be further out. Does that make sense? I don't know. Okay, you catch my drift. It's kind of weird. Like at the knee point, like the waves wouldn't really be cresting that small. You know what I mean? Okay. Anyway. Yeah, and like my mom's coming, so I have to go.